Is this your first Public Library of Brookline 2Go program? Here's how it works. Each 2Go kit comes complete with everything you need to follow along with an awesome DIY project and video or written instructions created by one of your local librarians. The best part? Absolutely no due dates. You can keep everything included in your kit. Visit brklib.com/events to find out what and when our next project will be.
Hello, my name is Miss Caroline. I am the children's librarian from the Coolidge Corner Library in Brookline, and I am so happy that you have joined me for this month's Craft Along Junior video. In your Craft Along Junior kit, you should have received 2 paper tubes, at least one of which should have 2 holes punched into one end, 1 bag of jumbo marshmallows, 1 small pencil, 1 bag with 2 rubber bands inside, and 1 square of sticky green vinyl. Also, for this craft, you are going to need a pair of scissors, and if you need one, an adult who can use the scissors for you. All right, excellent. Let's get started. So, if you haven't already guessed, the craft this month is going to be marshmallow shooters. So, to get started, you're first going to take one of the tubes with the 2 holes punched into either end. And you are going to get your scissors, and if you need one, an adult to use them, and cut a line down the middle in between each of the 2 holes. All right, so let's take care of that. All right, we have cut through this tube here, and you see that our cut line is in between each of the 2 holes. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to get our sheet of plastic and cut maybe 1 inch out of one end. If you would like to be extra careful, you can always draw a line down the back of the plastic on the paper before you begin cutting. All right, so here is our plastic. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this tube, you're going to fold the 2 ends over each other and begin to squish it smaller. And what you want to do is you want to get it so that on the outside, this edge is right in front of the hole there. And on the inside, the cut line here is right next to where this hole is lined up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get your plastic sheet, peel the back off, and stick the tube down along the seam. Okay, so the vinyl should be large enough that you can fold the edges over the inside to make sure that this piece, to make sure that the tube is secure. Fantastic. If you need to, for example, here you can see that my vinyl covered up the hole here. You can take your pencil and just punch through the vinyl and stick it all the way through the hole like this. Okay? And you're going to do that on the other side. So stick the point of the pencil through the hole and swivel until you have widened the hole, just like that. Then you're going to take that pencil and just push it all the way through the 2 holes, like so. All right. So you're done with the first step. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to get your other tube and the rest of your sheet of vinyl. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the vinyl, and you see this way it doesn't wrap all the way around, but this way it does. So what you're going to do is you're going to unstick the paper from the back of the vinyl and wrap it all the way around the tube like this, so that the 2 edges touch. Here is how I like to do this. So I'm going to put the sticky side up on the table. I'm going to take my tube, line it up, and then I'm just going to roll it up the plastic like that. So that way I don't have to worry about it getting stuck on my fingers. And then if you have any extra plastic that hangs over the edge of the paper tube, you can just wrap it inside the tube, just like this. Like so. This is going to be the outside of your marshmallow shooter. So now you have finished the second step. For our third step, what we're going to do is we are going to get our bag of rubber bands, our scissors, and perhaps our adult, and this tube that we have just covered. What you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors, or your adult will take your scissors, and cut 2 slices on one side of the top of the tube, like this. And then on the other side, directly across from the first cuts you made, you will do the same thing. It doesn't have to be perfectly across from the first cuts, so don't worry if it's not precise. You can just eyeball it. Okay, now you're going to take your rubber bands and you're going to hook 1 rubber band around 2 of those cuts. Like so. And you're going to take the other rubber band and hook it around the other cuts, like so. All right, fantastic. Then what you're going to do, this is the third step for the craft. So now all you need to do is put your pieces together. So we have this tube here, and we have this tube here. What you're going to do is you're going to take this tube and put it inside this tube, like so. So you want the rubber bands on one end and the pencil on the other. Take one of the rubber bands and loop it around one end of the pencil. Take the other rubber band and loop it around the other end of the pencil. And inside, you should have a handy little bar where you can hook your finger. And you see, when you do this, you can pull out and go pop. Now your marshmallow shooter is ready to use. All you need to do is get your bag of marshmallows and open it up. So I have my marshmallow. I'm going to load it into one end of the tube. I'm going to get my finger around the pencil on the inside. I'm going to pull it back and pop. There it goes. All right, so there you go. I hope you had a lot of fun making your marshmallow shooter, and I hope you have a lot of fun playing around with it outside this summer. All right, bye.
Thank you all so much for crafting with us today. We would love to see what you made with your kit, so please feel free to share your project with us on social media at BRKLIB using the hashtag MakeYourOwnStory. The Craft Along program is generously sponsored by the Friends of the Brookline Public Library. From all of us here at the library, we miss you and wish you happy making.